Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna, and I know it's a little hard to hear me on this morning. My voice is about to fail me. We made it through yesterday for Sunday service. See, can I make it through today? I feel better than I sound. How about that? I feel better than I sound. It's time for the text to talk and the takeaway. This morning is all about closure. Closure. That's what it's going to be this morning. Closure. I want to greet some people and get right into the manna to the degree that my voice will hold out. Good morning, Ella. How are you? Good morning, Pamela. How are you? Good morning, Elder Mobley. How are you on this morning? Vicky, how are you on this morning? Dawn, how are you? Wendy, how are you? Cheryl, how are you on this morning? This morning, I'm not going to greet as much as I oftentimes do because I want to use what little voice I have to go ahead and jump into this manner. Let me just tell you before you get alarmed, I feel better than I sound. How about that? I feel much better than I sound. How do you guys hear me? Do you hear me pretty good? Let me know. Put it in the chat area. How do you hear me? Because I don't know. I might have to get even closer to the mic. How do you guys hear me on this morning? So that's hear me pretty good. Okay, good, good, good. All right. Well, closure, closure. Typically, we think of closure as the end of something. I want you to think of closure as getting closer. I want you to think of closure this morning as in getting closer. In the Air Force, when I was an air weapons controller before I was a chaplain, we would talk about the closure rate between aircraft at the speed that they would be going from one jet to the enemy's fighter jet. We would look at the closure rate. The same thing is true when it comes down to when you're about to have an accident. There's a closure rate. This morning, let's talk about the closure rate between you and God. The text is this, a familiar passage. Hear it through this lens of closure now. James 4 and 8. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. Draw near to God, and he will draw near to you. What is your closure rate between you and God? What is that closure rate between you and God? How do you increase that rate? The first thing is know that it requires a contrite heart. And Psalms 51:17 says, a contrite heart of contrition, brokenness into pieces, as David writes about his situation, God will not despise. God says, when I see that you're broken about the things you've done, the way you're living, or your determination to get closer to me, as I did it with David, I'll do it with you. I won't despise it. The closure rate will increase. The second thing is this, consistency. Consistency. When God is looking to increase the closure rate, and when you want that closure rate to increase with Him, then walk by faith and not by sight. 2 Corinthians 5:7. He said, it's impossible to please me without faith. So when you walk with faith, the closure rate increases. The third thing is this, cling to His word. Cling to His word. Contrition, consistency. Now cling to His word. Psalms 119:11 says this, thy word have I hid in my heart, that I might not sin against thee. When there is consistency, when there is clinging to his word, then the closure rate of God coming closer to you. Because guess what? The closer he gets to you, the better your life will be. To his glory, to his presence, to his joy. What's your takeaway this morning? The takeaway is this. When you come for God, God will come for you. When you come for God, God will come for you. And that closure rate will speed up. Lord, be with you today. Face shine upon you and give you peace. Share this manna. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more morning.